Hello, everybody. I'm Rob Swavely, and welcome to VisitR, another podcast episode. I'm so excited to put out there for you guys. With our podcast, I like to find the commonalities with everybody, no matter who you are, where you are, in this big blue ball spinning around, right? We're all visitors, right? We're all living this life down here. Today, I have such a special guest. I'm so excited about him. Ahmed Smith. Ahmed Smith.
Hey, man, what's up?
What's up, man? It's been a while. We know each other.
For a while.
I missed you.
Over 10 years.
How you making out? I'm sorry, I'm so excited.
I'm great, man. I'm cool, just chilling. What's going on?
Yeah, I got to ask you some things. So, all right, probably not too many people don't know you, but for those who don't know Ahmed, tell us a little bit about yourself, man. What's up?
I'm just a musician from Downingtown.
So humble,
yeah,
he's humble.
Man, I'm just
East Coast representing?
Yeah, man, Downingtown.
You okay with my death row chain, bro?
Yeah, I like West Coast too, so it's all good.
All right, okay.
Yeah, musician.
Oh my God, I can't think of how many years it's been. I've met you so long ago. Ooh, we've had so many bonds. We've had so many experiences. Deaths. We had a lot of deaths in both of our lives. But okay, music though. So I know one of the few times you did this stuff. I've seen some pictures of you back in, like how we have those 90s pictures, late 80s, I'm like, whoa, was that you? High top fade or whatever?
Well, everybody had one of those back in the day.
If you were cool, right, I guess?
Well.
I know your favorite band's Kiss.
Yep.
But okay, so I'm jumping around so much because there's so much. The Moxie. That was a big one. We did the movie. We were over there. There was a movie. We had a premiere. It was like you did a bunch of videos for that. You flew out so many places to do like recordings, but I never did ask you, and some people asked me as well about how you felt about when you were in the Moxie, like that Step Down video. Like how'd that feel for you when that first happened? When you're on your,
Well, I wasn't in the actual video. I was in the movie for the where the Santa.
We did the thing, yeah.
Yeah, I was in that, and that was cool.
A big part of that for me anyway, and a lot of people that I know of that band. Like, if there was no Ahmed Smith, and sorry everybody, Greta, I love you all. You're gone. And then the one you did some radio performance. You did so much, but I remember the radio performance. It was like 104.5. It was like, and then you've done so many more, bigger and better. Not that since then, but I'm trying to go back a little, with you.
Yeah, with the Moxie, we did a lot of stuff. We did the movie, which for a while was still on MTV, like around Christmas time. So it was cool to be part of like a Christmas movie, around Christmas time. And I think a couple songs were on The Hills, those MTV shows. The
Yeah,
Hills,
it got
and,
some traction.
I think there was another one.
I remember
on MTV that was the same way.
And you got people calling in like, "Hey, every Christmas, like seeing you again."
Yeah.
MTV played it. It's just neat. It's fun,
Yeah, it
as long as
is.
you're humble, and you're like, "Ooh."
I'm just me,
Right?
man.
Well, you are. I know you're humble. You know what I mean, man?
I'm just chilling.
Man, what else? What else, man?
Oh man! After that, I was in a band called Mach 22. I was in Mach 22. Mach 22 was a big.
I saw that. I'm gonna
Philly
put that up
band.
in the edit after we edit. I want to have that.
Mach 22 was a big band from Philly. I was with them for a while.
Was that the one on the radio? The one that hit like number one?
No, that was
that was another one you played.
Yeah,
in.
Monte Carlo.
Monte Carlo, that's right.
Yeah,
Monte Carlo.
a couple years
So
ago,
awesome.
we were.
I was driving to Philly. I was at my partner at the time, my girl at the time, and we were going to see a show, and I heard it sitting in 76 traffic. For those not familiar with like the East Coast, so 76 is one of the ones like, and like sitting there like almost not even compared to the California West Side, right? We'll talk. That's a whole other show. But I remember hearing it like live. They're like, the premiere. I just happened to be in the car. Halfway there, I'm like, man, this song's. Smoke so many cigarettes. I'm sitting there waiting. We're moving a little bit, and I hear you that song come on, and I'm like, my man, like it was on. I was like so happy. It made it better.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in this game until my day's up. So,
Oh, you're a lifer. I always knew that about you, sir.
It's
Yeah,
that's how I roll.
nice.
So
Well, look, I am rocking this chain, this Death Row Records chain. Do you like? You said you're okay.
hell
with
yeah.
So, all right. So I was joking with you a little bit about the Biggie Tupac thing. We always do. It was one of those things. So are you for Death Row Records? That's kind of cool. Or this P Diddy crap? Oh my goodness, I don't even want to. It just made me think. my head's spinning from that, and I gravitate more to like the whole Death Records kind of thing, more Death Row. Even though I'm an East Coast guy, you know. What do you think?
Well, the cool thing is, as a fan, you can actually like both, and it doesn't even matter.
I get it.
So I like both.
Because like just because it's Biggie doesn't mean you're loving P Diddy, right? It's Biggie the artist. You're not looking at the P. So I think that's where some of the confusion comes in. Even for me, man. I'm like, all right, well, anybody associated with P Diddy, which is like almost everybody, like I can't like now because they went to these parties.
Well, I don't care. I don't do the politics anyway. I'll leave here right now and go put on some P Diddy and just not
all right.
Care. Just you know, I've never done politics with things. It's just
that's why I don't want politics on my show. I'm with you. This is not trying to be. Yeah.
I like what I like, and you know, it's just like when people were coming at Bill Cosby for all the stuff he does. It's like I'm not gonna act like I can't watch the Cosby. There was
a lot of people though, but I still loved it too.
No,
I know. Picture pages.
Yeah.
How could you not? It's like Michael Jackson. Even if one
don't even
tiny
get me
thing
started.
Was I love Michael Jackson. Regardless,
I'll go
he got a bad rap.
Well, it's not true.
Even if it. But even
none of this shit's true.
Well, he's a human. We have forgiveness, but yeah, they gave him a bad rap. I think a lot of it was Sony when he went against Sony. A lot of that, he was like, "Oh my God."
We weren't pushing his album.
He was like, "You're the devil," or one of them. You know, he called her name out. I wouldn't. Things went down from that.
Well, that was definitely a mistake to do that.
Well, Prince did it too. We love Prince. You know, I know you love Prince.
Yeah.
We all love Prince. It's Prince. It's our Prince. Yeah. Only he could get away with those high heels going out there, slick. You know what I mean? It's Prince. But then he started being like slave. You know, even if all that stuff's true, like that's no joke. You gotta be careful. You know, like the next person that tries to do that, know from the past that where's Prince now? Punch a higher floor. Where'd he die? In his elevator. You know, like, for example, bad example. I hate even saying that. The list goes on, right, bro? The chemtrail talk, and then he's done.
No, you got to stand up for what you believe in at the same time. You can't let anybody just walk all over you. So,
and you can't give up. Never give up.
I give props to both of them for willing to speak their mind. Michael Jackson was about to change the game, and that's why they tried to stop him. He was a threat. He owned 50%, if not 100%, of the music industry.
Yeah.
So, and he was trying.
Didn't he buy the Beatles stuff too?
Yeah.
Remember all the Paul, not.
Yeah.
Paul McCartney told me one time never to name names, but let's just face facts. That it was Paul, and you know.
Well, right before the Thriller album, he was asking him, you know, for some business tips, and he said publishing is the way to go, and he told him that he was going to buy his publishing. Yeah. I guess he didn't take him seriously because before Thriller, Michael Jackson wasn't really a threat to somebody like Paul McCartney. But after Thriller being the biggest selling album of all time, he had enough loot to buy out a Beatle.
Yeah, the money power.
That's when you know you're large.
Didn't you go to your first Michael Jackson show with your father? Sir, I went to your father's.
Yep.
God bless him. Hopefully he's with us now.
Yeah.
He passed on as well, like my mom. You know, I went. Tell us about that. I got it. I already know it.
He came out to my father's funeral, which means a lot to me. So thank you for coming.
Oh wait, me? You mean? I'm thinking Michael.
Yeah.
Oh well, of course, out of respect. I love you, man.
Yeah.
You're a good visitor, good person, all that. Anyway, but forget it. That's my pleasure. But so that happened. How was your first Michael Jackson show?
I was 10 years old. Pop? JFK Stadium, 1984. It was the best, man. Yeah. I had so much fun there.
Yeah.
And my dad wasn't standing for anybody that was gonna like be in the way.
You said this at the funeral speech.
There was some guy who was standing up right in front of us, and he just stood up and said, "Hey, I did not pay $30 for you to stand right in my way. You need to get out of the way." And the guy moved. Yeah. So I got to watch the rest of the show.
I remember that. That's golden. What was your father? He was so popular too. Well, like father like son. You know. What was your dad's nickname? There was a nickname I learned later.
The Hat was his nickname.
The Hat?
Yeah.
Oh, it's cool. It's awesome.
Yeah. Nicknames are a big thing with my family. Matter of fact, I think I know more people by their like nicknames than their actual names. Like that I've, carried that into my life now. Like nicknames are like a big thing. And you're not really like family or like, part of it if you don't have a nickname.
Yeah. Speaking of, did we talk about this yet? Did we do the Biggie, Tupac? Wait. You know what? I want to give you this. You're cool with this then?
I'm cool with it.
Will you take this?
I'll take it.
I would love to give this to you.
Give it up.
All right. It's a death row. It was given to me from somebody.
Is this for real? This isn't like TV stuff. You're really giving me this?
But just promise me you're not You're not gonna pawn it.
No, I'm gonna keep it.
Down.
I've always.
All right, we got it, brother. I missed you. Well, I gotta get back over.
How does it look? Does it look cool?
We're doing the show. All right, my producers will kill me. So where were we? All right. Well, yeah, you're Michael Jackson. You know, you had a cool time. Your dad wasn't putting up. I paid $30 for the tickets.
Nah.
Sit down, yo.
$30 back in 1984
Oh, yeah.
is like 200 and whatever you're paying for tickets now.
God, could you imagine what? You know what's cool about that is this last tour. This is it. And a lot of people out there. Where's the camera? Where's my camera? A lot of people give me crap because I mentioned Orianthi a lot. Now, I'm going to make this clear for the record, all right? There's a lot of posts out there, and she is a awesome soul. No, we haven't hung out a lot. No, we haven't done all that sort of physical stuff. She has been there for years. I'm talking like 2007. Just always answering my messages privately and putting out music that helped me in my arsenal and my playlists of music that is to me like healing, like medicine. You know how you I think we talked about medicine. So I just got to say, like, shout out to Orianthi. Thank you. You told me that I could do this. You're one of the people that and thank you for that. With my heart, love and light and Twilight ×3. Now, with that said, she was awesome. I didn't even realize it till later on. She was in the This Is It, the last Michael Jackson. My God, I went back and looked at it. I was like, yeah, Orianthi, you rocked it. Respect. Same to you, but how do you feel about that? You saw that, right? What do you think was going to happen from the movie? But it was like the first. They did the movie, but it was supposed to be the kickoff for the last tour for Michael Jackson. This Is It tour, and then it never. He died, you know.
Well, I was excited to see. I was excited to see her in the band because right before that, I saw her on tour with Alice Cooper. So
Hollywood Vampires, yes.
Well, actually, it was
right
it was, I think she was in that, but I know she was in his band for a while.
Like the Tommy, he's such a cool.
Yeah,
they're so cool people. I was starstruck a lot at first, you know, with getting in the, you know, but then people are just people, you know, like we're all visiting, right? And thoughts, you know, like this is part of this podcast. Like I said, Kid Rock said never to name names. So. Anyway, more about you. Forget about me. This is about you. What else? Oh my God. So are you happy? How's it going out there? All right. I always did this question. I was going to ask all my guests. I never really get to it. But where I say like, so how's it going out there for you, you know, like 2025? Or how's it going out there for you, you know, like, well, how's it going out there for you?
It's great. I'm actually working on a solo project right now. This is the first time I've ever done something like that. I'm not in Monte Carlo anymore.
Okay.
I left
not with Monte Carlo anymore, the band.
No, I left that band about 6 months ago. So now I'm doing some solo stuff, which is fun because I've never done it before.
Right.
So,
so you control the shots. It's your show. Yeah. That's what people in bands break away and they're like,
yeah. I mean, I'm not really trying to be. It has to be all about me. It's just there's so many songs that I've written over the years that. Because when you're in the structure of a band, you have a certain sound that you have to stay to.
Okay, yeah.
But I've written things for bands. I'm like, that sounds cool, but it doesn't fit this band.
Right. My first guest I had on the show, his name was Chuck Wolf Todd. We call him Wolf. He's like a guitarist for hire, not a bassist, but he's been around, you know, like all over the place. You'll have to eventually meet him, but he's such a nice guy. It's gonna be great, you know. It's such a small world, you know. Like he had said some similar things that made me feel like you should meet this guy sometime. We'll see. But yeah, but by breaking away a little and having that freedom of like doing some solo stuff.
Yeah, it's fun. Just been working on that and a couple other projects that are still in their infancy, so I don't really want to.
Sure, yeah.
I don't want to.
It's cool.
I don't want to talk.
You can plug whatever you want. You know, we're gonna go for it. It's VisitR. We're doing it. We're doing it
right now. I'm plugging my solo album.
Okay. So where can we find your solo album?
Well, I'm still working on it.
It's coming though.
Yeah. I hope to drop a single.
What's the ETA? What do you think? Months? Weeks?
Well, hopefully.
Year?
Well, I'm trying to get a new single out or a first single out. Period. Next month. So hopefully I'll be able to have that out next month.
I'd love to hear it. I love your stuff.
So that's what I'm looking at.
All right. Well, look, I'm going to wrap up the show. Cool. There's so much more we could talk about. I have to have you back. Will you come back?
Definitely, man.
Oh, my God. I love you, man. It's so great to see you. All right. Well, look, everybody, thanks again for tuning in to VisitR. This is Ahmed Smith. You can find his stuff coming up out there or whatever. Just find him. He's awesome. So with that said, I'm outie.